Nick Wright, co-host First Things First, got a new podcast, What's Right with Nick Wright. First episode, Tuesday, March 15th. Okay, well.
Oh, thanks for that, buddy.
Yeah, you got a new podcast out there. Very exciting.
Yeah, I do. Yeah, it's true.
Exciting.
Thanks for promoting it. I appreciate that.
Yeah,
How are you? You guys are you're overrating Russell Wilson.
Oh, okay. Well, let's get to...
It's not 2016 anymore, buddy.
Oh, okay.
But go ahead. Where are we starting?
We'll get that there in a second. So let's just, Aaron Rodgers, listen, he wanted the money. People tell you what they want with their choices. It's not the best weapons. They don't have an owner. It's still not a top free agent market. All the passive-aggressive shots of the organization, nothing changed. We saw the playoff game. He still didn't have a second receiver he trusts. What do you make of his move to stay?
Okay, so I have two big takeaways on Aaron Rodgers. One is about you, and I want to pay you a compliment, okay? You say a lot of smart things. Well, you say a lot of things. Some of them are smart. One of the smartest things I've heard you say in the last year was that essentially Aaron Rodgers needs to throw more interceptions. And I thought about it when you said it, you've talked about him being so cautious with the ball, afraid to take chances, protecting his own numbers, that it works to the detriment of his team in the biggest spots. And I think you're exactly right. And I think because he has won these two MVPs and then not played up to that level in the playoffs, the only way I'm going to believe that that this next year will be different would actually be if his interception numbers go up a little bit.
More risk.
I want to see him taking more chances.
Yes.
A little more risks because he is in a comfortable division, in a comfortable place. So I think that was really smart by you. And I think his choice was, the reason I started there was he once again chose the safest option. But here's where the option is not quite so safe. I do think the excuses are gone now. You can't be mad about Jordan Love anymore. You can't have this fracture in the relationship, but then, decide to get married despite it and then still bring it up. So the Jordan Love stuff is gone now. Also, and I'm sure his cap number will go down, but eventually it will go back up. If you're going to make $50 million a year, you can't then anymore be like, we don't have enough around me. You chose to stay. You chose to take more money. All totally your prerogative. But now it falls on him. And that missed throw to Alan Lazard over the middle, instead chucking it up to Devontae Adams in a tie game in Lambeau against Jimmy Garoppolo, that's just seared into my memory. And I'm now going to need to see evidence that it is going to be different until I believe it will be different. And that evidence can't show up until the postseason. One other thing, Colin, I don't think we're done going through this. Because if they flame out next year, I don't think it'll be I want to leave, but I think we'll deal with 6 weeks of I may retire.
Yeah.
I think Aaron Rodgers likes the money and the attention, and that's fine. You and I are both in the money and attention business. I get it. But I think he's going to find a way to get both no matter what.
All right. Listen, the NFL has expanded to 14 playoff teams, 7 in each division. A good quarterback, Derek Carr, in utter chaos, made the playoffs. Jalen Hurts made the playoffs. Russell Wilson, in his last 4 years, and I'll count the broken finger year in the toughest division, he's averaging about 30 touchdowns, 8 picks, with a bad O-line. Say what you want about Denver. They now have a young offensive coach. We've seen defensive coaches. Zimmer, Ron Rivera, Vic Fangio, Pete Carroll. It's Jurassic, man. It's like offensively, it's antiquated. I hear you don't think Russ will cook in Denver with a new offensive coach and better weapons.
Okay, well, better weapons. Hold on, let's pause there. Put the Broncos and Seahawks receivers in a room together. The first pick is DK Metcalf, right? Second pick might be Tyler Lockett. So let's not, the better weapons thing, let's calm down on. The Broncos' biggest issue last year was offensive line.
Yeah.
And so we know Russell Wilson, doesn't mind having a bad offensive line. Oh, wait, yes, he does. And we also know that you're right, Russell Wilson was in a brutal division last year and came in last place and was the only one who didn't make the playoffs in that division. I'm not sure that is the argument that you think it is. Russell Wilson, since he threw the interception that lost the Super Bowl, has won 3 playoff games, Colin. Oh, the Broncos will be Super Bowl contenders with Russell Wilson. Why? The Seahawks weren't. Seahawks have been Super Bowl contenders since Legion of Boom walked out that door. The 3 playoff wins came in this order. 10-9 when Blair Walsh missed that 30-yard field goal. A win over the Lions doesn't count. It's the Lions. And the game where Clowney knocked out Wentz. And they had to beat a McCown brother, and they won 17-9. Does it not concern you that Russell Wilson doesn't run anymore? You keep saying, and you're right, the middle of the field belongs to offenses now. Not if your quarterback won't throw over the middle of the field, if he's just taking deep shots down the sidelines. Colin, is Russell Wilson better than Mahomes? No. Is he better than Allen? No. Is he better than Herbert? No. Is he better than Burrow? No. Is he better than Lamar or Deshaun? Maybe. So he's the 5th, 6th, or 7th best quarterback in the AFC. The Broncos will contend for the final wild card spot. That's what they'll contend for. Am I wrong? You think he's better than Herbert? Who's he better than?
I think at this point he's better than Justin Herbert, yes. And I love Justin Herbert, but he's a kid.
Wow.
He's a kid. Never made the playoffs.
You think the Chargers trade Herbert for Russ? Because I don't. And you can't say it's age. Or Russ said he's going to play until he's 45. No. 12 more years.
Well, Russell's also really expensive, and Justin Herbert's essentially free, which is, of course, as you know, a huge advantage. Now, let's segue to this.
Helpful.
I'm from Seattle. Hurt my feelings. Where is Seattle at now?
Oh, well, they're no longer relevant. I think this is listen, I think both these teams are going to end up 5 years from now being like, yeah, this trade didn't work out exactly the way we had hoped. But can I ask you, can you walk with me down a hypothetical path?
Sure, love to.
Because I think now that we have the perspective of history, that the Malcom Butler pick, it's unquestionably the single most consequential play in NFL history.
It's so really big.
If he doesn't throw that pick, so I think then Seattle, they obviously win that Super Bowl. I think they might win a couple more. I think that split that team apart.
It hurt the locker room.
An atom breaking, and it hurt the locker room. I think they were poised to go on an unbelievable run. That's the perspective everyone looks at from it. But I want to talk about the other side of it. If he doesn't throw that pick, Colin, Brady, that would have been his 3rd consecutive Super Bowl loss. That would have been 10 years without winning one. Now that we know he and Belichick were never best buds, and now that we know quarterbacks sometimes want to move, if he doesn't throw that pick, is it not in play to you that what we just saw Russell Wilson do, that Brady could have done in New England? I want a fresh start, man. Started great, hasn't been fun the last decade.
Yeah.
Honestly, it would have been 3 straight Super Bowl losses. This was before the Atlanta Super Bowl. It was before the Rams Super Bowl. It was before all of that. It would have been, okay, Denver got Peyton Manning. They started beating me. Then Russ is beating me. You know what? I need to go. So if Russ doesn't throw that pick, I think it's in play. He has 3 Super Bowls and Brady has 3 Super Bowls. Instead, he has 1 and Brady has 7. I honestly, I think it's possible that was it was a seismic event bigger than just that one game.
By the way, it was the only interception thrown at the 1-yard line that year because it's generally a pretty safe to throw it at the 1. You don't throw a lot of picks. The other thing is Pete Carroll's the one that called. If you go to the play before, it was a running play with Marshawn Lynch. New England couldn't stop Marshawn Lynch. So as you pound that on Russell Wilson, there's an argument to be made. What the heck are you doing throwing the ball at the 1? If Russell just turns and hands it off, he's got 2 Super Bowls. I don't think it's a Russ issue. I think it's a play call issue.
I'm not pounding. Yeah. Oh, well, listen, I think it's, I think it's a bit of both. I think the play call was bad. I also think if you throw an interception that loses the Super Bowl, and as you said, it's the only interception all year thrown from the 1-yard line, maybe you should have made a better pass. But I don't know. Listen, I know Russell Wilson is a patron saint of this show. I get it. Who cares that over the last 5 years, he has fewer playoff wins than, 26, fewer playoff wins than 12 quarterbacks, the same as 26. He got fewer playoff wins over the last 5 years than Nick Foles, buddy. In the last 7 years, he has fewer playoff wins than Matt Stafford. Stafford won his first playoff game 90 days ago. But okay, no. He's going to go dominate the AFC West. I'm excited to see it. Very excited.
Look at that pocket square. He's feeling good. What's Right with Nick Wright. First episode, Tuesday, March 15th, his new podcast. All right, my friend, it's great seeing you.
Good to see you. Sorry that I'm going to be off Ciara's Christmas card list. See you, buddy.
All right, there you go. Ciara, I told you, Ciara said she came up to me at the Christmas party I was at the one swanky Super Bowl party, not Christmas party, Super Bowl party. I went to one swanky one.
I was like, you were at a Super Bowl party with Ciara?
No.
I mean, a Christmas party?
The Super Bowl. And she came and she goes, I love you. And she was talking about the show. But once she said that, I didn't hear anything else.
Of course not.
I heard she loves me. And she was the best looking human in the restaurant.
She is not like the rest of us.
Nope. And she said she loved me. And so Russ and I will fight over that. But that's all I heard. After she said that, it was just...
They're up there.
They're good-looking people.
As
he's got a new jet.
Top 5 best jet.
Have you seen his new jet?
Like a airplane?
Oh yeah, Russell's got his own jet.
Oh, that's nice.
Hi everybody, thanks for watching. Subscribe here to get the latest from the show. Also, be sure to check out more of the best clips from The Herd or go watch a few segments from other shows on FS1.